Back rank checkmate. A back rank checkmate happens when a king is trapped behind its own pawn shield on the back rank and it's mated either by a rook or a queen. For example, in this case, rook to d8 is a checkmate because this king does not have any escape squares left. Let's take a look at some of the examples from games played by some very strong grandmasters and see how they created a back rank checkmate threat and forced their opponents to resign. This game was played between one of the most attacking chess players of all time, Judit Polgar, and her opponent is Evgeny Bariv. Judit is playing with white pieces and Evgeny is playing with black pieces. We can already see that black's back rank is already vulnerable. This rook can come to c8 and threaten a checkmate. However, at this point in time, that c8 square is guarded by these two knights. So Judit played queen to h4, attacking this knight, and there are some ideas of a rook lift to c7 square, and then there will be a double attack on this knight. Evgeny prevents this idea by playing knight b to d5. However, that was a blunder. Feel free to pause the video and try to find out the winning idea that was played by Judit Polgar. Congratulations if you found rook to c8 check. This is a beautiful rook sacrifice. This king does not have any escape squares and this has to be accepted by the knight. In this position, Evgeny resigned. However, if Evgeny tries to take this rook with the knight, queen moves in and this is a checkmate. Beautiful, beautiful example of exploiting the back rank weakness of your opponent by none other than Judit Polgar. In this second example, we're going to take a look at a game played between Maria Musicek and Koneru Humpy. Maria is playing with white pieces and Humpy is playing with black pieces. And we can see Humpy's king is almost trapped at the back rank and there is no escape square. This h7 square is covered by the knight. So Humpy tried to attack this knight with f6. However, that was a blunder. Feel free to pause the video and try to find out the winning idea that was played by Maria. And remember, it's a brilliant sacrifice. Let's see if you can find it out. Congratulations if you found queen to d2. This is an amazing queen sacrifice, and the idea is that if the rook captures this queen, then rook to e8 is checkmate. This back rank is weak. So of course, this queen cannot be accepted. Humpy tried moving the rook to f8. However, that also doesn't work because it's a mate in 8. Bishop comes flying in, bishop to d5 check. Bishop captures d5 and now queen captures d5 check. King moves to h8 and once again a beautiful, beautiful example of exploiting your opponent's back rank weakness. Queen to f7, yet another sacrifice, trying to move this rook from the back rank, and if this is accepted, for example, rook captures f7, now you can see that the back rank is weak. Rook to e8 check, rook to f8, and now rook captures f8 is checkmate. A beautiful, beautiful example played by Maria Musicek, demonstrating how you can exploit back rank weakness in the opponent's structure. Let's move on to the next example. In this next example, we're going to take a look at an amazing game played between Vaselin Topalov, a former world champion, and Alexander Morozevich. Topalov is playing with white pieces and Morozevich is playing with black pieces. And in this position, Morozevich tried knight to d3, attacking this pawn on the f2 square. However, that was a blunder. Vaselin played bishop to e4, and now you can see that there is an attack on this knight on d3. And also, this bishop controls this key h7 square, which was the only escape route for the black king. In this position, Morozevich resigned. However, there are a few options that he could play, and all of those options lead to either checkmate or severe material loss. There's an attack on this bishop, there's an attack on the rook, and there's an attack on this rook on b5. Let's see what happens when these moves are played. So in this position, best option is rook captures e4. However, after rook captures b8 check, king to h7, and rook captures f7, now you can see that white is up the exchange. This pawn on f2 square is protected by the rook, and there are two connected pass pawns, and these two rooks are just too strong and they will promote these pawns into queen, and this is absolute winning position for white. After bishop to e4, if black tries rook captures a7, then rook captures b8 is checkmate because the back rank is weak, the king is trapped, and there's no way to block this check. And the final move, if rook captures b5, then you can see again back rank is weak, rook to a8 check, rook b8, rook captures b8 check, rook e8, and rook captures e8 is checkmate. Beautiful example showing how to exploit the back rank by none other than Vaselin Topalov, the former world champion. Let's take a look at the next example. In this last example, let's look at a game between Henry Bird and Johannes Zukertort, which was played in 1886. In this position, we can see that the material is completely equal and it's a draw position. However, Zukertort tried capturing this poison pawn. Queen captures e4. And now, beautiful idea here to exploit the back rank weakness. Queen captures f6 check, a queen sacrifice. Now you can see that this king is stuck in the corner and it doesn't have any escape square left. If king moves to g8, then it will be checkmate in the next move. In this position, Zukertort resigned. However, even if Zukertort tries to capture this queen, it will be checkmate in next few moves and this king is stuck in the corner. A beautiful way to exploit the back rank weakness of your opponent. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked this video, please share and subscribe to our channel Chess 365. Thank you once again. Let's enjoy chess.